always great to have an episode where I am totally the first person to talk about this movie online. And by that, I mean I am so not the first person to talk about this movie online. Look at this. When you type in the Star Wars Holiday Special on IMDb, the Star Wars Holiday Special isn't even the first thing to come up. A bulk of the rest of it is made up with other online personalities just talking about the Star Wars Holiday Special. But there is a new Star Wars movie coming out, and it is the holidays, so that is pretty perfect timing. What the hell else am I gonna talk about? Star Babe? The fuck? I could be talking about Star Babe! The Star Wars Holiday Special aired in 1978, making this quite an anniversary for it. Not because a 37th anniversary is anything noteworthy, it's just that this movie sucks 37 dicks. The Star Wars Holiday Special exists because 70s. Star Wars is the definition of the word popular. TV is a thing. People like variety shows, right? Or at least there's nothing else on, so they'll watch them anyway, right? This is the same decade and year that thought to themselves, the Sgt. Pepper album is popular, right? Let's have George Burns sing Fixing a Hole. 5 writers are credited to the holiday special, including Bruce Vilanch, writer of every terrible Oscar joke ever, and Pat Proft, the co-writer of The Naked Gun, The Carol Burnett Show, and Real Genius? What the hell? I can't cite those. Those are good! So Pat Proft is the co-writer of Mr. Magoo, High School High, and Scary Movie 5. Noted TV director Steve Binder was given directing duties on the special. After having his name attached to this, it makes sense why he'd be signed on to another TV disaster, The Chevy Chase Show. Most of Binder's filmography consists of variety shows and TV specials, including The Patti LaBelle Show and the Nick at Night Holiday Special. Don't let that scare you. Nick at Night always treated their shows with dignity and respect.
Green Acres is the place to be. Fresh farm living is a life for me.
What the fuck? Here's clue number 1 that the Star Wars Holiday Special is starting out on the wrong foot.
Because of the following special program, Wonder Woman and the Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
How about you go fuck yourself, CBS? Hell, the show aired November 17th, the week before Thanksgiving. It didn't even wait until the proper Christmas season, which begins the day after Thanksgiving. We start out with Han Solo and Chewie going through a dangerous asteroid field consisting of both stock footage and shitty TV camera work. The movie has to do with getting Chewie home to his family so they can celebrate the Wookiee holiday Life Day. That's it.
I know your family's waiting. I know it's an important day.
I know I have to repeat what you say just because the audience can't understand it. And in case you don't know, it takes place a long time ago on a cheap title card far, far away. I, for one, am offended by the use of the word holiday in the title, all part of the ongoing war on Life Day. The special contains plenty of Star Wars actors, plus special guest stars, including Tab Hunter, Jack Daniels, Dot Matrix, A Mailbox, The Geek, Rue McClanahan, Rachel Marin, Jefferson Monorail, Mel Brooks, Medea, and Marijuana. Wait, go back. Let me hear some of that again.
With Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, R2-D2 as R2-D2.
Because fuck you, Kenny Baker. Brought to you by General Motors, because after this, you'll want to get hit by a car. Meanwhile, in the painting at your dentist's office, a bulk of this takes place on Chewie's home planet, Kashyyyk. Because of course the word cash is in the name. The special pronounces it Kazook, because if the plot is meaningless, then so are letters. This is Chewie's family, his wife Mala, father Itchy, and his son Lumpy. I don't understand why George Lucas hates this special. It already sounds like it's in his fucking wheelhouse. Itchy is working on a model TIE fighter, proving that even old man Wookiees have regular old man hobbies. By the way, I know that wasn't a TIE fighter. I just wanted to see who would pause the video to tell me that. But why pause when you gotta keep this action going? Am I about to see my first Wookiee kid getting an ass whooping? I don't need to see that! Fuck off, kid! Thank you. Fuck. It already looks like someone punched them in the eyes. Good of Mala to be wearing that apron. Not like she and the rest of them spend the rest of their time butt-ass naked. Go for it, Lumpy. Eat that bowl of actual lady fingers. The first act notoriously features the Wookiees screaming at each other with no subtitles or Han Solo there to repeat what they're saying. I would use my usual gimmick of adding in fake subtitles, but as I learned from doing that to The Passion of the Christ, adding the fake subtitles rendered that movie really confusing. No one knew how to decipher that film's intricate plot. No, Lumpy, don't jump! You'll ruin the fantastic artwork! Oh, good, the special is deliberately trying to kill its actors. He also had to do this same thing in the Breakfast Club holiday special. Poor Mala, I feel bad for her. She really misses this publicity photo. They gotta kill some time before Chewie shows up, so here's a thing that happens. Sorry, the acid hasn't kicked in yet. This is doing nothing for me. All this did was remind the kids in their audience that they could be doing something better, like playing video games. Maybe this'll be like Dumbo when they all fall and break their asses. Okay, so the 1978 TV audience is still watching. And the channel has been changed. Good, they were wrapping up their little performance piece anyway. Boo. Huh, so this is why no one has heard from Dayton, Ohio since 1978. Oh, and WHIO, Wahio, real original. While it may not be time for the Jefferson Starship cameo, it is time for the Luke Skywalker cameo. Here's Mark Hamill trying out for a role in The Brood.
Where's Chewbacca?
He's stuck in a trash compactor? Because that's what you all sound like. You know, Luke has better things to do, like taking part in a space rebellion.
Come on, Mala, let's see a little smile. Come on. There, that's better.
Ah! And then a bunch of steam goes off and kills him. Goodbye, Luke Skywalker. The Empire wins. Nice fireplace. Can't imagine that being a bad idea in a treehouse. Meanwhile, Imperial Phaelus pops by Art Carney's pawn shop to pick up some Star Wars bootlegs.
A pocket-sized aquarium. Wonderful, isn't it?
All those fish lead lonely, miserable lives. Wouldn't it be something if I cared? Too bad I don't.
You're wondering when that shaggy carpet you ordered will arrive at your home. Let me assure you, madam, it's on its way.
It was nice of Chewie to tell the shop owner that, and not his wife, but savor these holiday deals while you can.
Besides shaving and hair trimming, it's guaranteed to lift stains off clothing, faces, and hands. Cleans teeth, fingers, and toenails, washes eyes, pierces ears, calculates, modulates, and syncopates life rhythms.
Wow, a Roomba really can do anything. I wish this movie went the cheap route and just gave me a gift card. Meanwhile, in the stock footage...
I want the rebels located and identified, if it means searching every household in the system.
So that's why George Lucas had Darth Vader wear a mask. It's so in the holiday special, they could dub him saying anything. I've been watching this so long that I feel like I now understand Wookiee.
Hello.
Easy there, Duddits. Wow, Fat Grandma jumped the shark when she thought blackface was a good idea. Never thought I'd look at Harvey Korman and think nice tits. Even though Chewie may be late, the kitchen never stops.
A bit of the calorantrum root. Wonderful, just adds that touch of piquancy.
Really? Because I'm also smoking some of that too, and so far, not feeling anything. This feels like it was only made to keep Cat's attention.
Stir, whip, whip, stir. Stir, whip, whip, stir. Come on, faster all together now, cooking can be fun. Stir, whip, stir. Stir, whip, stir, beat. Stir, whip, stir, beat. Coming along nicely. Starting to have a fine aroma.
And now even Lloyd has just changed the channel. Don't worry, I also use my third arm to put a secret ingredient in the soup. Now let's go back to them Turkish Star Warsing themselves.
This is one life they won't soon forget.
No one will forget this. It only aired once and we still haven't forgotten it. How could we with this sheer intensity?
A blockade has been set up around the planet. No ships will be permitted to land or take off until further
Jail. Okay, how the fuck did that happen again? Might as well have Carney show back up. It's already a sad circus.
They'll insert this proton pack.
Proton packs? Now you're taking the Ghostbusters down with your ship? I said no fake subtitles! This little twerp has a bigger bedroom than I did. Little shit 1% Wookiees. Ah, he's got a Pong game. And it's broken. Grandpa, on the other hand, got something way better.
I thought you might like this. One of those, it's kind of hard to explain.
It's a masturbation machine. It's quite easy to explain. This better not get weird. Okay, now I'm starting to feel those drugs. And this special still sucks. Well, now I know what midichlorians look like. This is gonna get a little creepy, uncle, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I can feel my creation.
You can feel my erection?
Oh, we are excited, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Now, we can have a good time, can't we?
Oh, I don't know. My son and daughter are in the other room, but what the heck?
You see, I am your fantasy. I am your experience. So experience me.
That's the beauty of the Cinema Snob. Even when it's a TV variety special for the family, it's still porn. So, what's Grandpa's fetish?
If we could only bend this minute.
What the fuck, cocaine? I always wondered what the inside of a disco ball looked like. Turns out it's just like a piñata, only if you break it, a lot of drugs come out. This is what they masturbated to in the 70s. In the 90s, we had to work our jerk-off time around when Shannon Tweed and Shannon Weary took their clothes off on Cinemax. Nowadays, it's just the internet.
This minute, now.
Double boo. C-3PO and Leia look stressed. They should be. They're overdrawn at the memory bank. Let's interrupt them too.
Mala, it's so good to see you. Happy Life Day.
Could this feel any more like a Scientology holiday?
Mala, are you alone?
Oh, well, Dad's here, but he's kind of busy with a sock and a bottle of lotion. Maybe Chewie and Han are doing something more interesting.
I feel the same way about you too, pal, and your family.
Great, so it doesn't matter if I watch Star Babe. I'm still gonna see Star Wars characters fuck. You could really feel the heart in this special.
Happy Life Day, pal.
I don't think you're being genuine, Harrison Ford. Best thing about this is we all know it'll have a happy ending.
Sounds like a Starship. What'd I tell you? Must be Chewbacca now.
See? They all die. Okay, they don't all die. What I mean by that is they all die. Can I please die? Just think, this may be one of the stormtroopers' first day on the job. They had no idea they'd be signing up for something stupid. The Imperials are looking for those goddamn rebels.
This unit is occupied by 4 Wookiees, 2 adult males, 1 adult female, and 1 male child.
And also that goop of Wookiee sperm that Itchy left on the floor. I don't know what Art Carney's still doing here. This scene sure does put the Who in Wahio. Ah, good. They found the booze. Now they can cry themselves to sleep. This scene was almost good. I just about got to see someone backhand a tiny Wookiee. Ah, so Art is the cameo provider. Who's next on the roster? Jefferson Starship it is. Surprised they're not singing Miracles. As in, it's a miracle this made it to air. Lovely. He's singing right into John Ritter's dick from Skin Deep. Say what you will about the Imperials, they got some damn solid taste in music. Look, half the audience is gonna be on drugs anyway. Might as well show the other half how the drug users are seeing this special. Somewhere Grace Slick is watching this and thanking God that she's one of the audience members on drugs. That's a big microphone, but not as big as Itchy's dick. Boo. That was alright. Glad you idiots took some time out for that. No wonder you end up losing. You can't even threaten Wookiees.
We don't want to have to hurt anyone. That's not what we're here for.
The Third Reich holiday special sure is stupid. Lumpy is so scared, so he's playing a game of Simon. You sold out, Star Wars. Actually, for Lumpy, it's cartoon time, so he watches Beavis and Buttface. Nice that a Star Wars animated series exists within the Star Wars universe. While searching for a talisman, Han Solo got stranded, so Dr. Robotnik sends out a rescue party to search for him. This is considered to be the high point of the special, or maybe we're just hypnotized by Luke's weird-ass eyes. This portion is known as the Faithful Wookiee, as opposed to those cheating bastard Wookiees. The cartoon was provided by Nelvana Ltd., the same company behind Droids and Ewoks. Good on them! I always wanted the Rebels to visit Dinosaur Island. The cartoon also marks the first appearance of Boba Fett, so even the characters that you love can originate from something awful.
How far away?
Settle down.
Whoa! Be nice to your pets, sir! To be fair, Boba does more in this cartoon than in the actual movies. They're under the impression Boba is helping them find the talisman, when in reality...
I have made contact with the rebels, and all is proceeding as you wish, Darth Vader.
What the fuck? I trusted him! But when you have a hacker bot, you can find out the truth within seconds.
I see why they call you the best bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Oh no. And I see why you only speak in exposition dialogue. Thanks for explaining his backstory to me. Boba escapes, and someone needs to help Han Solo. He's melting. This is what Indy would have looked like if he didn't close his eyes in Raiders. Good thing Chewie knew all along not to trust Boba Fett.
How did you know, Chewie?
May I quote directly, sir? He just didn't smell right.
You didn't trust him because he farted? Meanwhile, in the Nazi forest, hey guys, while you're at it, why don't you put his Pong machine together? The hell? The universe itself merchandised banthas? Actually, that wasn't originally there. Lucas digitally added it in for the special edition. Imperial fucking bastards!
Go clean up your room.
He can't clean his room. He's busy watching Wahio, Channel 7, the Lucky Network. Don't worry, kid. If a masturbation machine exists, I'm sure a needle and thread do too. Even the characters in this special want to find out what else is on TV. Oh, the kids in the 70s loved them some Harvey Korman. Don't do it, Harvey. Don't do it. It'll be over soon. Let me guess. This gets weird. Why is this the most sexual Star Wars movie? Lumpy is played by actress Patty Maloney, and she'd later get her Christmas movie redemption when she played one of the elves in Ernest Saves Christmas. Lumpy is building a translation machine so he can fool the Imperials into returning to their base. Oh my god, I have to wait a whole commercial break to find out if he builds his translation machine? We're back in that Highlights magazine you've been reading. Seems like as good a time as any to watch some shitty reality show.
Time now for Life on Tatooine, brought to viewers everywhere in the hope that our own lives may be uplifted by the comparison and enriched with the gratitude of relief.
Ugh, even in the 70s, Mark Burnett set out to ruin television. Here we are at the cantina where someone is being thrown out for breaking the must-have 21 testicles or over rule. I can't see how this is gonna sway my opinion.
I thought I taught you to drink faster than that. Well, at least you're steady. Oh, come on now, drink up. There's plenty more where that came from.
Oh my god, I love you, B. Arthur! Can my love for B. Arthur make me look past Harvey Korman being weird again?
Now, you stay just as long as you want.
That it can. And she just poured that into his asshole. B. Arthur is a barmaid having just a regular old night.
When I left here the other night, I felt something that I haven't felt in longer than I care to remember.
Shame? I know this point was also made in the Nostalgia Critic episode, but that doesn't make it any less true. Am I the only one who would totally watch a sitcom revolving around B. Arthur bartending at the Tatooine Cantina?
Well, of course we can talk. We are talking. You're not ordering, I'm not pouring, we are not drinking, we are talking.
Hell no, I wouldn't be! This is the best idea the special has had yet! No, don't go back to this. I don't care about this. Go back to Archie's place, but with B. Arthur.
The Empire has closed us down!
Unfortunately, the Empire has imposed a strict curfew on Tatooine, and in this version, Greedo wants his tab first. None of them want to leave because this is the Star Wars Holiday Special, and goddammit, they want to drink. B. Arthur gives them all one more round because if there's one being more powerful than the Emperor, it's B. Arthur. And she sings, too.
Just one more round, friend, then homeward bound, friend. Don't forget me in your dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, the perfect woman. Even the rat from Food of the Gods shows up. I'm not joking, that's literally the rat from Food of the Gods. If every bar had B. Arthur doing a song and dance number before closing times, I would never stop going to bars. And thus this small section makes it okay that the Star Wars Holiday Special exists. Unfortunately, this bittersweet, lovely section ends, and if it seems depressing in here, it's because we have to get back to the main plot. The Imperials best return. Yar is getting his revenge. But when they find out it's Lumpy giving them the order to return to base...
Return to base.
wasn't a writer on the holiday special. When it does return, we get to see every father 5 minutes after giving their kid a Furby. Bad stuff happening to kids. Chewie shows up to put the whoop ass on the stormtroopers, but more importantly...
Well, I'd love to, but I can't. I gotta get back to the Falcon before...
No, you can really feel the love in this room.
You're like family to me.
Considering how Mala is played by actor Mickey Morton, it was good of this movie to showcase Kashyk's very first gay marriage. Also, Art Carney comes back. Anyway, on with Life Day. Here they are bringing together the sacred Shankara stones. I have a feeling Life Day originated as a dumb fraternity. Soon they'll be tarred and feathered and fuck a sheep. And then Life Day ends where Logan's Run begins. Can't wait till this turns into a real suicide cult and they break out the cherry Wookiee aid.
Happy Life Day, everyone.
Thus, atheism was born.
It is indeed true that at times like this, Artu and I wish that we were more than just mechanical beings. And we're really alive.
Unfortunately, we're godless creations with no soul. I'm really glad we got that heartwarming goodbye with Han Solo, only for him to randomly turn up at the actual ceremony. Is anyone buying this shit?
I hope that this day will always be a day of joy in which we can reconfirm our dedication and our courage, and more than anything else, our love for one another. This is the promise of the Tree of Life.
What does any of that mean? This is one step away from linking Life Day to the baby Wookiee Jesus swaddling clothes. Quick, distract us with a song.
We celebrate a day of peace, a day of harmony.
She has no idea where she is. Oh, look at those faces. Yep, the rebellion has failed. And then the Wookiees were all rewritten as Ewoks. Except for you, Chewie. You're okay. Oh yeah, the other movie. That was certainly a thing. Remember how great that movie was? Do you wish you were watching that instead of the holiday special? Someone better hurry up and start putting out video stores. That way we can just rent the first one. This is their way of saying, look how awesome Alec Guinness was. Too bad he's not in the special. And now we say grace to our Lord and Savior George Lucas. He's a very stern God, and if you look too hard at his atrocities, you may turn into a pillar of salt. And this was their last Life Day together, before Chewie abandoned them and never spoke of them again. In case you haven't heard, that was really, really bad. It's so bad that David Hofstad ranked it as #1 on the list of the 100 dumbest events in television history, and Shepard Smith called it the worst 2 hours of television ever. And he's on a network that once had the half-hour news hour. Star Wars Magazine called it #3 of the goofiest moments in the Star Wars mythos. Wow, only #3? That's saying something. Then again, it does have a higher Rotten Tomatoes percentage than that Clone Wars movie. And George Lucas himself said that if he had time and a sledgehammer, he'd destroy every copy. Now, the most obvious joke is to then compare the badness of this to the badness of the prequel trilogy. But that joke has been made more times than this special has been reviewed. So, instead of that, I guess I'll say, Okay, so he'd rather destroy this, but Radioland Murders is okay? Damn. Now I just feel like I'm being an asshole to Radioland Murders. The awfulness of the Star Wars Holiday Special is so legendary that it only aired once on television, which ironically enough, given all the bootlegs of it, it's probably the most viewed variety special of the 70s, or maybe of all time. Is this a product of its coke-fueled times? Yes! Do I hope they do the same thing when The Force Awakens comes out? Be on that Funny or Die video? Oh boy, no. This was really awful, and I can't sit here and promote awful things. Those who enjoy so bad it's good movies should be ashamed of themselves.
Reggie, tastes pretty good.